Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guess what today is? What? Car's turned around. That could mean only one thing. That's right. Exhaust day. So today we're going to actually get the exhaust system on this car. For those who don't know about this is Project Smurf. If you haven't seen my other videos, click up there. You'll see them. But basically it's an LS swapped. It's a 5.3. All I have to do now is just get the exhaust system on here. Should sound a lot better. Open header is pretty too loud for this car. So with that, let's go ahead and get started and get the exhaust system on. Okay, we got a dual exhaust system we're going to try to put on here. As you can see, these are speed engineering headers. Pretty good chance I'm going to have to modify this guy here. But it's going to be a true dual exhaust. From here, it's supposed to run along here somewhere, back over the axle. Then we'll have a muffler on each side of the openings here and here. So anyway, let's unbox the parts, see what we got, see how much we can get done today. Hopefully we get this thing in today. Hopefully we get this thing in today. One day project. That's what I'm counting on. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. We're making progress. This is what actually is going to look like on the driver's side. The passenger side, we got the mounts mounted. We're missing this guy here, so I'm going to have to go out and buy one for that. I think it's like 30 bucks. So anyway, that's to hang the back part of the muffler. Then like I said, we had to fix this. I got all this welded in, grinded down. Okay. The mount, we are changing to a polyurethane mount, so that double level isolation bracket thing that was here, we're doing away with the double isolation and just put a single in here. Okay, then I'll show you what I'm getting ready to build up. We started mocking this up for clearance for the driver's side pipe to come through. And this is what we're thinking to do it. This is actually an exhaust pipe, but that's going to stay there. But we are going to beef it up from over here to here. We're going to start using some 1/4 inch stuff, and we're going to start making some half moon pieces to go across here, something like that. Okay. Then once we got those braces, so to speak, coming across here, we're going to take some other plate steel and we're going to kind of form it around that rib and join it all together. That should support a good chunk of the weight. It's not going to, because the weight's trying to push down, so in effect you're trying to pull these up, you know, trying to compress. Well, with the ribs on the top, you're not going to compress those ribs once they get fully welded in. So anyway, I think we're good with that. The other side, not going to worry about. It's been cut out. I'm not too worried about that. If anything, we might come in here, put a little gusset, if you will, across here, kind of a, you know, triangular shape to give this some rigidity, but it's still got the radius bend in it, so I think we should be good with there. But other than that, we are making progress. So much for a one-day project. It be turned into a little bit more of a nightmare project, but once we get it all in, it is going to look good, it's going to sound good, and all that good stuff. So anyway, with that, until tomorrow, it's probably going to take a couple more days here to get it all dialed in, so to speak, but man, that thing's going to look really, really nice. So with that, until tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to make a little tunnel to get the exhaust out. So first thing we did, we cut this. Well, actually I got a new transmission mount, but we cut the transmission mount in half, or not in half, but enough to get the exhaust coming out this way. And then I'm going to come up, over, and down on this guy, and that should be enough to get the exhaust pipe here. Have to do a little bit of trimming on this, get this a little bit more flush, then I can bring this over. So anyway, let's get this thing welded in, get this flushed out, and here in a few minutes we'll see the end result. Okay, we did some fabrication on a new transmission mount. Put that out of there. It's not the final product yet. I've got some more angles to get on here, and this is not gonna be left this way. I'm gonna trim it up, make it look good, take off the angles so you know, so you don't get stabbed. But anyway, make this look good. We're gonna try to put another little angle up here, just up here, just to make sure it's good. And we're gonna try to maybe put one back here in the back as well. I even contemplated put one back here, a whole one from here back, just at another angle. So it should support that pretty good. But right now, how we have it, the transmission is actually sitting down on this guy. We put weight on it, and it doesn't move. So I was actually pulling down the drive shaft, and it ain't me putting a lot of weight on it. So anyway, I think it will hold, should hold. I built one of these before for the Camaro in there. But I had to make it adjustable torque arm mount, or I bought one that was adjustable. The one I built there is fixed. Anyway, and they held up good. So anyway, by cleaning all this stuff up, it should look a lot better. Then we'll be able to get our pipes going this way. And we got a hanger. We got to cut this off. We're gonna have a hanger coming down here to support the passenger pipe. They'll go into the X pipe, then come back over the axle and connect back here. We already got these mounts in place back here. I ordered a mount for back here. I think I already said that once, but I think we should be good. So hopefully here in the next few days, we'll have everything done and it'll be mounted up. Far cry from be done in one day stuff. You big dummy. So anyway, till next day. Guess what? Got the bracket done. If you see that or not, it's got a notch in it. That's so I can get the exhaust out on this side. This side I did notch it just a little bit, just to make sure I can get the exhaust out of that as well, and put a lot of bracing on it and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed, and let's see if we can't get this exhaust finally together. So here we go. Okay, give you a quick little update. We're almost got everything done. We had to add kind of a little extension here to get the angles I need to get back this way. Pretty much all this is done from here all the way to the back. Issue I'm having now, these guys, see where that bump is here? It's supposed to be that way. This exhaust is actually too far to the rear. So how are we gonna fix that? Well, the only way I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna have to make these shorter that goes in this X pipe. So what we're gonna plan on doing is cutting these guys down about 1 inch, so I can go ahead and move. This whole stuff will kind of shift toward the back, or to the, you know, toward the front, I guess you could say, because not only is getting tight there, it's getting tight right here. So I think by shifting this to the back, it's going to give us a lot more clearance right here by the axle. So, because right now where it's at, it's not going to work. So, got to get that. And you come up with the fab. This clamp up here, hold this in place. And we still got to get this clamp back here in place. So, other than that, I think everything else is doing pretty good. So, let's get started getting this stuff moved back. Okay guys, it's been several days. I had to take some time off from this project to work on some other stuff around the house. Got a big trip coming up, and I got some other priorities I need to get done before I can get this done. But anyway, I got some free time before I got my big trip to go ahead and work on this. Kind of quick update. We had to do a little bit more cutting on the rear pipes that goes over the axle When I get it up in the air, I'll show you what I had to do. But basically the whole exhaust system is fitted. All I have to do now is get this one exhaust pipe on here. Then need to take it all back apart one more time. It's really close on the shifter linkage, so I'm going to make a little divot in the exhaust pipe, just ever so slightly. I really don't want to cut on the transmission shift bracket. I really don't think that's a good idea. And that little dent on the exhaust pipe is not going to be that big of a deal anyway. But anyway, we got it all fitted. We did the bounce test, so we got it set up here. Everything's on the axle. We bounced in the back end, make sure it cleared the rear end and the housing, and make sure nothing is binding up, all that good stuff. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get the car in air, because now I have to find a way to mount the isolators. It's where the muffler hangs on. I think I got a neat little trick. Hopefully this will work. So I need to get that taken care of next. So anyway, car in the air, here we go. Okay, we got the bracket in. We actually used riv nuts, drill some holes, then I was able to bolt this, there we go, to the frame. So now we got our mount back here. This is a replacement. So we just stuck the muffler up here, connect everything up, make sure that's where it needs to go. But so next task is get the muffler in. Okay, it's pretty much all laying on the floor. Don't know if you can tell or not, but pretty much got everything connected from the front to back. Don't know if you can tell on that one joint there. It's kind of squeezing out. I'll put some high temp RTV between those slip joints. Just want to make sure they don't leak. The only other slip joint I have to fix is that guy right there. It's hanging down. I'm going to wait till it gets on the jack stand so I can rotate it around. So other than that, I think we're pretty much done. So the next step is start this sucker up, see how it sounds. So that's coming next. The exhaust is pretty much all done. I went ahead and swapped over to the Wicks filter. See it? So we drained the oil. We're going to put brand new oil in it. The other stuff was kind of a black looking stuff. I think it was because it was running way too rich at the first initial start. And it was just dumping raw fuel down it. But decided to go ahead and just replace all the oil just to make sure everything is up to par. So what we're going to do next, we're going to go ahead and lower the car down and start it up and see what it sounds like. First we add oil, then we'll start it up. So get ready for that here in a minute. Okay, we're getting ready to fire it up and see what the sounds like. So let me get in the car, make sure the gauges are set up, ready to go here. It's been a while. Make sure everything's ready to go. Yep. Okay, here we go. Okay, we are getting really close getting this car to get down the road. We rebled all the brakes. What else did we did? We redid the brakes, checked underneath the exhaust, make sure nothing appeared to be leaking. Checked for leaks. There's absolutely no leaks under the car, which is good. Well, I'll take it back. Just one little leak. The pan or the gasket on the transmission bolts were a little bit loose. Tightened all those up, wiped that down. But there's really not any leaks whatsoever, which we want. No leaks. So anyway, the other thing, one more thing we need to get completed is this guy right here, the air cleaner. Got something back here that might work. Hope it works. Cross our fingers. So let's go ahead and open the box up and see if it fits. So here we go. I don't know if you call this unbox or not, but it is an air cleaner, in case anybody's wondering. So it's from Holly, of course. So it's all black in color, has Holly in it. So anyway, let's get this thing thrown on the top there, see what it looks like, and go from there. It's a drop base, so look like it's gonna clear. So anyway, let's get the filter on, get the cap on, and see how much clearance we got between here and the bottom of the hood, but the hood should clear it. So okay, got the air cleaner on. This is a 14-inch diameter. No problem fitting back here. It fits all the linkage underneath, and you can see all that stuff. Nothing is binding whatsoever. It does cover the nice looking carb, or the, keep saying carburetor, but it is a carburetor, more of a throttle body. But anyway, the carburetor is fuel injected, so it does cover that up. But I think it complements the whole package and stuff, the whole theme of black and aluminum silver and all that good looking color. So but yeah, I think that's going to work out just fine. So the only other thing I think I have to get done is kind of do a realignment on the power, or not power steering, but the steering wheel. It's kind of cocked one over just a little bit, so we're going to kind of cock it back, make it look a little better. I think it still probably need alignment. I'm going to leave that up to him to get that done. So I think we're all ready to get ready to do some road tests with it. Yes, I need to get a hood for it. That's going to take 3 people to do, because that hood right there is a steel hood, and that thing is extremely heavy. So if anything, I can pop these shocks down, lower this, and cruise down the road and see how it runs and all that good stuff. So, but before I do that, I need to get the steering wheel fixed real quick. Then we'll get it started up here, and weather looks halfway decent. A little bit of wetness on the road, and that's no biggie, but maybe we'll drive it down the road, turn around, and come back, see how it works, all that good stuff. Make sure it shifts good, and make sure the brakes works good on it. So anyway, so let's go and get the steering stuff done and do a little road test.